Sometimes the game is really intense and you need something to keep you going. What's better than hitting pause? Come check out some gamer fuel and fun to help take the edge off.
Hello and welcome everyone to our third week of Press Pause featuring once more Canadian snacks. These again are just to recap a selection of either Canadian inspired or Canadian made products here. So these might not necessarily nowadays be actually Canadian products. They were probably invented back in like the early 1900s, and then along the lines, after their popularity built up, they were brought most likely from across the border or even across the ocean and stopped being Canadian. But there are a lot of brands, even nowadays in 2026 here, that are coming up that are Canadian inspired and Canadian run industries here as we try to compete on the world stage against everything else that is coming out. You might have noticed that there are some new entrants to the pile here after our first 2 weeks worth of consuming of snacks. And that's just we went out to the store and looked for stuff that wasn't chocolate. God. Because, I mean, yeah, as seen in earlier videos, I like chocolate a little bit more than I thought I did, but I mean, I'm still not like, I need to eat a whole bar of chocolate at once kind of thing. So for our selection here, we've grown, so we still have some of our remaining chocolate bars here still to taste. But moving past that, we've got a couple of cookie options. We've got I'll call it in the same vein as a cookie option, but might be a crossover with like a biscuit slash cookie. And then we have a couple of new drink options here as well to mix in. And then lastly, a gummy option that has a very Canadian name, and we'll get to that eventually here. So without further ado, we will just dive right in. And our first one, just to carry on a little bit different from last week's video, we are going to steer away from chocolate just because I don't want to eat chocolate this week. So we are going to be doing a cookie montage here. And we will be breaking into one of our soda options just so that I have something that's kind of a palate cleanser just to help make it so that I don't taste the exact same thing over and over and over again. So we'll get the table cleared away here, and then we will just dive right into our first cookie option. All right, so we have four options here for our cookies of the day, and these are what, when walking through the stores, I could only feel that these were probably the most Canadian iconics that I can recall, at least from my childhood. And that probably worldwide, Canada is known most definitely for our maple syrup. So we have two maple cookie options, and we'll let them go head to head, figure out which ones are actually the best. One of them comes from Quebec, so the French province of Canada here, and the other one, maple syrup, actually comes from the other end of the country out in British Columbia, otherwise known as BC. Beyond that, we have wagon wheels. So it is a kind of combination cookie. So it is a marshmallow, a kind of more like biscuit cookie, whatever you want to call it. But it is marshmallow inside with two then graham crackers wrapped around it, and then the entire thing is dipped in chocolate, forming the what I call the traditional wagon wheel, which is again, as stated on the box, proudly Canadian owned and manufactured. So all of these are, in fact, Canadian owned companies or products that are made. The last offering here on the table is something that might be, to other countries, might be known as like a no name brand or like the effective name brand of the store itself. And that, of course, for us up here is President's Choice. So it's not the United States President's Choice. This is the president of Superstore Canada, which is one of our wholesale type stores over here. And the cookie for that one I chose was personally my favorite cookie type, which is a ginger snap cookie. And that's going to be going up head to head with all of our other four to see which, at least for this initial batch, is going to be kind of getting the temporary crown, at least until something else comes along and unseats it. So rather than going head to head from the first two here, we're going to start off with traditional wagon wheel here. So this is kind of a staple that you find in almost every kid's lunchbox, unless, of course, they have an allergy to, I don't know, marshmallow, sugar. These are, of course, safe for kids by being peanut free, made in a nut free environment. So they are basically, unless you rub peanut butter on them later, these are going to be safe for pretty much anyone to consume, except for probably diabetics, because there's a lot of sugar in these. As far as it goes, I mean, it coming out of the box, it looks exactly like you'd expect. It is just a little piece of individually wrapped plastic with a chocolate looking donut inside of it. And before I dive into this chocolatey nightmare, um, we're going to talk about what our drink choice for today is going to be. And that is coming from a Canadian brand of soda, otherwise known as pop, if you're not familiar with what soda is. And that is going to be the brand Sapsa.
Thanks to our unofficial sponsor here, Sap Sucker, who has flavors ranging in original lemon, peach, orange, grapefruit, blackberry, and lime, all available from their website here, sapsucker.com. Get your order in and join the fun.
So this is a soda that is actually using maple syrup in place of sugar. So it is a natural sugar rather than a highly processed sugar like white sugar or cane sugar or anything like that. So it is actually a healthy-ish kind of sugar for your body to consume because your body can naturally process that rather than having to kind of fight against what a manufacturer has done to it. In this case, it is locally tapped here in Canada and it is classified as a sparkling water beverage. And in this case, it is a peach flavored, ironically named the peach one. So that is going to be our drink choice here. I mean, it's kind of like I mean, I haven't had it yet, but just looking at the can, I would go with it's kind of like an iced tea, if you could consider it as that. Given that it is a sparkling beverage, it will still have carbonation, so no worries if you like the bubbles. And then, yeah, looking at it, I mean, it goes to show that it's Canadian because we don't add any dyes if we don't have to do that. Because a dye is cosmetic. It serves no taste purpose. It's just there to make it look good. And I mean, what's wrong with just a sparkling beverage, right? I mean, it's clear. Mm. It it tastes really good. It's really refreshing. It's like if you've ever had like sparkling bottled water, but like flavored sparkling bottled water, it's like that. It's got a very real peach flavor to it, which is great. And I mean, yeah, using maple sugar instead of regular sugar, I wouldn't be able to tell that that wasn't just like regular sugar in there. It adds no maple flavor, and like I've eaten maple probably all my life, right? So I should be able to identify it, but I don't taste maple, and that is peach and bubbles. That is a good soda. Mm, good. And then yeah, even looking at the side of the can, I mean, it's great if you're like on a diet or something, but you still want that taste of drinking soda. The entire can is only 35 calories. You could drink five of these to equate to having one Coke, one Pepsi. I mean, like right there, it's a win. It's a plus. So with our refreshment set up here, we're just gonna go right into the wagon wheel. All right, let's get into this one here. Oh, childhood memories. Hopefully, it's not PTSD. The repressed memories come flooding back as soon as I bite into it. But being chocolate, we're not going to hold it in our hands too long before it melts. So I'm just going to go right in for the first bite. Mmm. No, probably shouldn't have gone for that big of a bite, but it is delicious. I'm still a fan of that flavor. I mean, it tastes fresh. It's not like when you open up like a Twinkie package and you kind of question, is this a 20-year-old Twinkie? This is like it's marshmallow. If it was marshmallow, it would go stale within like a month. It's still spongy, it's still springy, it still tastes fresh. And even the graham inside of it, like I don't know if you can catch the inside of that right there. and it's pretty thick. It's like it's a very thin layer of chocolate around the wheel itself, so you don't get hit with that overpowering cloyiness of chocolate. If anything, the dominant flavor in this is just marshmallow itself. Mm. But mm, which I love about it because like I'm not a big fan of chocolate, but I love this because it is like eating a s'more without having to go through all the steps of making a s'more, and that's just grand. That's delicious. I mean, you could even heat this up a little bit, just like 5 seconds in a microwave, and bam, you have instant s'more, right? It's just amazing. Still liking this peach drink though. The sap sucker that is a very good drink to have, even paired with chocolate. I mean, it very much is like a sparkling water, but it works very well at like cleansing your palate. I mean, I had a whole lot of melted chocolate inside of my mouth. I took one sip of this, and it's just mm, no, there's barely any chocolate left in there. I mean, it'll be gone in a second. Um, as far as it goes with wagon wheels, I mean, the name kind of throws people off a bit. I mean, who would want to eat a wagon wheel, right? But it's just predominantly from the shape. It's just because it's a circle. I mean, when you look at them, it does look like the wheel. And for when they were originally invented, I mean, hey, you didn't have cars running around and everything, right? I mean, it was still horse-drawn carts, still wagon wheels, right? I mean, you can't call it a tire, but I mean, nowadays you might try rebranding it, but who wants to eat a tire? Right? Everyone's mocked for having a spare tire. But yeah, it's this is the original. So the original is just marshmallow, graham, and chocolate, but it comes in all different flavors, like everything. I mean, there's raspberry ones. I saw specific ones that were, I'm pretty sure it was peanut butter, but there were strawberry ones, and like just all different. Like they just add a layer of like jam effectively inside of the wagon wheel. And I mean, yeah, if you don't like just pure marshmallow, you want a little bit of extra flavor, you can go out and grab yourself one of those. In terms of taste, I mean, right out of the gate, I'm giving this one 5 out of 5. It is amazing. In terms of eatability, being that it is chocolate, I mean, there is a little bit of risk that if you hold on to it too long, it will melt into your fingers. So I can't give it a perfect mark for that. You could struggle to eat it out of the wrapper itself, therefore your fingers are never touching it. So I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of that just because you could, but it loses that half partially because you need both hands to actually open this up. So you can't have both hands on your controller or keyboard for the 5 to 10 seconds that it takes to actually open this up. Not saying that that's a horrible thing, but that's why we give it a 4 to 5 instead of a 5 overall. In terms of cost, I mean these are amazing. I mean there's 9 wagon wheels inside of a box, and the box itself is only $3. That works out to just about like what 50 cents roughly per wheel, which I mean in today's economy that's like saying what 25 cents US. I mean, that's a ridiculous price considering you get a lot in that. That's a tasty snack for a quarter, right? Um, I mean, there's not much more I can really say about it. It's just an all around winner. Okay, so we got down what we kind of assumed was going to be the champion of the day. I mean, I've eaten wagon wheels since I was in elementary school. I loved them back then, and I mean, as evidence now, I still love them even after I've lost some of my taste for chocolate. But we're gonna save the maple ones for the finale as they go head to head. So we're gonna move right on to the ginger snap President's Choice cookie here. So again, this is the equivalent of like a no-name brand or just the store brand name itself. So it's not like owned by a like multinational conglomerate or something like that. It's just these are made in-house by the store itself or made at one of the stores and then shipped out to all of the other branch locations across the country here. So it's not, I mean, it's not going to be anything outrageous and something like that. But I mean, there are times where like a no-name brand is actually better than some of the name brand stuff. And in this case, I've had these before and just oh, it is heaven in a bag as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it is like year round. If I was going to just get a cookie, a ginger snap is going to be what I get, just because it's ginger. It's amazing. If you have any kind of like something wrong with your throat or like you feel a cold coming on, and you just kind of feel a little bit like down, under the weather, anything like that. I mean, ginger snap, that is like the cure all. Don't quote me on that. For what you could eat as a snack to try and like perk yourself up, get yourself a little bit better. In terms of like health, I mean, it's not exactly fantastic for you. If you eat 5 of these cookies, it's the equivalent of drinking the entire can of sapsucker. So, I mean, considering how thin these cookies are, it's not exactly the best thing for you. In terms of sugar, it's the exact same, where it's 10 grams of sugar for 5 of these. It's only 7 for the entire can of sapsucker. It's not a healthy trade-off, but it is a delicious trade-off, and that's before I've even eaten. So we'll do one last mouthful cleanse there before we dive right into it. Being a ginger snap, it's gonna be a crunchy cookie. So any ASMR lovers out there, perk your ears up. It's about to get crunchy. Mm. No, no, it is. It is just a fantastic cookie. I mean, it's like if you took gingerbread and just made it better by turning it into a snack instead. I mean, it's got it's got molasses, it's got the sugar, it's got the nutmeg and the spices, and it is a perfect blend of everything with the ginger added in there just to get a little bit of like, I wouldn't even call it like a spice bite, but even just like a little bit of like heat almost, just where it activates the senses of your tongue and warms up your mouth. And even after you swallow it, you can kind of feel it as it travels down your digestive system. It's just good. And I mean, I polished off the first cookie. If I leave this bag open, I will eat the entire bag, which is going to be very bad for my own diet. Not that I actually have a diet, of course. I mean, as evidenced from the fact that I'm trying out like every snack food that is out there, and almost all of them are bad for you in large quantities. But I mean, some of us have to sacrifice for the others to know, right? But before I get tempted by the devil in front of me, I would ugh, I'm gonna reseal this package and let those sit off to the side at least until the camera is off, and then I just dive right back into them there. Oh man, those are very good though. So we will be leaving those ones for later. I mean, I'm going to polish them off camera. That is just that is without a doubt. So we're just gonna top up our sapsucker drink here again. And we are going to move on to the finality, the contest between East and West, seeing whether or not Mr. Maple or Dare Maple is the ultimate maple cookie. So, in terms of these two, they are basically the exact same thing. So, as evidenced on the packaging, so they both have cookies that are featured in the shape of a maple leaf, because why not? We're Canadian, right? Plus, they're maple cookies. Let's just add to the fact and make sure everybody out there knows these are maple, right? So, differences between them. I mean, Dare is a very big brand name here in Canada. I mean, they make pretty much everything. I mean, they make the wagon wheels that we ate earlier. They make a bunch of gummies. They make a bunch of different cookies. They are the snack industry giant when it comes to snack foods here in Canada. Um, Again, it's one of those where they do go out of their way to do no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. It's kind of purist snacking, and that's just because like our health ministry up here is very strict when it comes to what is allowed to be given to kids. And I mean, when it comes to snacking, it's almost always going to be kids. which, I mean, as an adult, I'm not too worried because, hey, my government's looking out for me. I can snack all I want and it'll be healthier as a result of it. In terms of branding, I mean, again, being Canadian, one side purely in French, which I don't understand, but if, I say if, any of you are interested in probably seeing the most hilarious videos of your life and want to see me try and learn French on camera, yeah, drop it in the comments there, and I'll say if we can get 500 people to like that, we'll do a additional sub-channel show to see if I can learn French, or hey, if I learn French, maybe we move on to another language. That's going to be worse for me, am I right? But yeah, it's bilingual nation, so we have French, we have English. As far as it goes for these guys, um, they do come in a snack tray, so you will get a healthy amount of cookies. So just in this one package, I mean, you get 15 total cookies. That's not bad. I mean, considering the entire box costs you $4, $4 Canadian. That's what $3. Sorry, uh, that's what $3 US. That is a very good price if you factor it in because it's not much per cookie in terms of that. When it comes to the other side, our main competitor, they are Mr. Maple. As far as it goes for these guys, they are, I mean, as far as I can tell, they are not a brand name. I mean, there's no actual branding on here, anything other than saying Mr. Maple itself, and then the equivalent in French once more. Um, Beyond that, I mean, uh, yeah, I mean, even looking at like trademarks and stuff, it's just the grocery store itself. So this might be the equivalent of like a President's Choice, just quite literally no name brand, because there is not even no name branding upon it. Unless the branding itself is just Mr. Maple, but that would be interesting. The one thing to note about these guys is looking around the package, there is nothing here that says that there is no artificial flavoring or coloring, which does mean this one instantly is going to be suspicious in that it probably will taste better than this one, but it will taste weirdly better than that one because this will be artificially enhanced, whereas this will be pure flavor. And I could be entirely wrong. Pure flavor might be stronger because these guys are trying to pretend to be maple. Actually, no, scratch that. These are made with real maple. So they might be like real maple mixed with other maple, but I mean, there's only one way to know. So we're going to dive into both here and compare which is the better maple cookie. So yeah, in direct comparison, I mean, once the packages have been opened up, it was very clear that Mr. Maple um, was very clearly the stronger of the maple smells, but it was not even close to what I would consider as a natural maple smell. It was like that open the package and just right in your face. That's not natural. It's like this one, like you gotta get your nose into it to actually smell the maple coming off of that, and that makes it more subtle, but it also clearly shows that it's more natural. Because maple is not, it's not a very strong scent. Like once you concentrate maple down into like a maple syrup or something, okay, that is gonna have a stronger smell. But I mean, if you're using it in the small quantities that are gonna be in the maple cream itself, you shouldn't be able to smell it. And like that's where again you have to put it right up to your nose, and that's where you get like a hint of maple, which makes it a better choice right there from the beginning. And then in comparison, that was broken. I'm gonna get a better looking one there. In comparison, the Mr. Maple leaf here, I mean, I can still smell it from this far away. Oh, like you put it up against your nose, and it's just like, man, you could almost use that as like wake someone up. Oh, they're passed out. Just oh yeah, that's strong enough. That'll wake you right up. So we're gonna put them head to head. We're gonna have our slightly triangular maple leaf up against the Dare more standard looking maple leaf here. Which one's gonna go first? I mean, I kind of want to finish with the better tasting one because I'm gonna want to wash this one out of my mouth with some of our real maple syrup sapsucker drink here. So we're just gonna dive right into a Mr. Maple. surprisingly, it smells more mapley than it tastes, to the point that I don't taste any maple at all. Which is that's messing with my mind. How does it smell? It smells so much like maple. Like if you poured maple syrup across French toast, that's what this smells like. But then you bite into it, and it is basically just the taste of pure graham cracker, which is weird to say the least. I'm gonna Oreo this, peel it apart, see if I can get just the maple cream, and see if I can get more maple flavor from that. No, I mean it is basically just pure sugar and maybe like the tiniest hint of maple right at the very end is like an aftertaste. This is not a maple cookie, if you ask me. This is this is a graham cream cookie that at some point in the process was like spritzed with an aerosolized maple just to give it the scent. But there's no taste. I mean, the taste itself is still good. I mean, for like, if you were looking at this as a like graham cream cookie or just like a standard cream cookie, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a decent crunch, doesn't fall apart when you bite into it. It's got a decent amount of sugar to like equate out with that graham. But if you're calling this maple, it's not maple. So right there, taste. I mean, I'd give it like a 3.5 overall, but it's a lie. There's no maple. So I'm talking points for that. I'm giving it a 2. It would be better if it actually had maple flavor to it, but it doesn't. So we're just giving it a 2. In terms of cost, it is $5 per tray there. In terms of like cost, it's good cost. It's a good delivery system. It's a cookie. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna make a real mess. So I'll give it like high marks for that. But again, it's a 2 for taste. It lied to me. Not much taste to get out of my mouth there, but we'll still cleanse in between before going on to what I hope actually has the taste of maple to it. Because if we have two Canadian representations of maple syrup cookies and they don't actually taste like maple, it's gonna be so disappointing as a Canadian myself. Like you can't lie to the world. It's so Canadian to say sorry. Like I want to say sorry on behalf of that. It's not maple. So we're just gonna go right into the dare. Mm-hmm. Yep. Way better. Way better. I mean, the graham itself is just graham. Like it's just straight up cookie, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's just cookie. But when you get to that cream in the middle, this is maple cream. That is a good taste of like if you had poured maple syrup into like Oreo cream. That's what this tastes like, and it is it is good. Mm. Well, in terms of taste factor, I'm in 5 out of 5. It's fantastic. I mean, I keep eating it. I'm probably gonna finish this off. I'm gonna eat the tray over the weekend, and they're gonna be gone by the time Monday comes around. Hmm. So yeah, in terms of head to head, I mean, Mr. Maple's just been knocked out of the water by Ultimate Maple Cream Dares. Mm. And this goes to show artificiality. You don't need it. I mean, real Quebec maple syrup. No need for colors. No need for flavorings. Just use what's naturally around. It makes it better. When you try to fake it, it doesn't always work, as evidenced by these. So that's our 5 product review. In terms of things, I mean, out of the 4 snack options themselves, I'm so torn. I mean, the maple cookies were great, and I still love me a wagon wheel, but I don't think anything is going to be able to unthrone a ginger snap in my mind. I can't really call it a Canadian thing because I'm 150,000% certain Canadians did not invent the ginger snap cookie. But if I was choosing just from the four that were tasted, just because they were Canadian, I would choose the ginger snap. If I had to choose what is actually Canadian, um, oh, it is such a close second between the wagon wheel and the dare maples. It's like, do I choose the thing that's chocolate just because it's chocolate? But I would probably let the wagon wheel win if it was one of the flavored wagon wheels. But because it's just the original that we tried here today, the victory for best actually Canadian is gonna go to the Dare maple cream cookie, and that is just because it tastes like real maple. I polished off the entire cookie. I'm gonna eat the rest of them over the weekend here as I'm gaming. And I mean, it doesn't win against the ginger snap. I will easily say that it does not win against the ginger snap, but that's personal preference. But it's Canadian, it's maple, it's delicious. And rounding out, I mean, for a sapsucker, I mean, if I was choosing something in comparison to say like a Coke or a Pepsi or even a Seven Up, I would choose this over it, and it costs the exact same amount, and it's healthier for you. Again, there's no artificial flavors, there's no artificial colors. It's not even using any processed sugar. It's using maple syrup in place of sugar. And again, no artificial. That means it's real peach concentrate that's going into the can as well, which makes it even better if you ask me. Um, yeah, it's just like even looking at the list of ingredients on the can, there's five listed ingredients. I mean, you would probably need 3 paragraphs in order to list everything within a Coke. But five, it like first item usually exemplifies like how much is actually in it. We have carbonated water. Second item is organic maple syrup or sap, sorry, not syrup. So yeah, right there, it's like sure, it's still high in terms of like sugar quantity, but it's sap. But that just comes out of a tree. That's not processed at all. Like maybe filtered, just make sure there's no bugs in it or anything. After that is organic natural flavor, so that's going to be the peach, and then like the only thing that if you want to call it as a preservative or whatever, it's citric acid. But I mean that's going to be the thing that actually like provides you with that like the bite, the like it's an acid. It's going to give you some more boost to your carbonation. It's going to help you out with your flavors, but it's not bad. If anything, I mean citric acid. If I remember from watching a couple of YouTube videos, you get enough of it, it adds a sourness, but it's an intentional. Like that's what sour flavor is citric acid. So yeah, it's just good. And I mean, I chose the peach one just because personally I like me a juicy peach, and this is what that tastes like. But it comes in all different flavors, like blueberry and strawberry. And there was an Okanagan Valley apple, so if you like a sparkling drink, they got them in all different flavors, and they don't cost more than regular pop. They come in 6 and 12 packs, just like everything else. So it's like, yeah, why not buy and try, right? So that is going to be the end of today's press pause. We will be carrying on next week with our, I'll call it the final Canadian snack episode. But this is going to be the final one for now because there are always more snacks out there. We have clearly not covered all of them. But we will be ending it at the fourth part, and then after that, we will be picking up the first part of the gauntlet as we start challenging some of the American snack options that are out there, and that is going to kind of put them head to head with some of the chocolates and cookies and other tastes that we have tried before against the Canadians, and see if the Americans, as they like to call themselves, or as I like to say, the United States of Americans, um, whether or not they actually do things better than us up here north of the border. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see our future coming videos. Check out some of our earlier works there just to get a feel for what we've already done and where we're going to be moving to. And then yeah, if you unfortunately want to watch me try and learn French, which I know like words of right now. Yeah, shoot it in the comments. And again, if we get to 500, we will add that as a journey path to this sub channel here. Thank you all for watching once more, and I hope to see you in the next video there.